Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Black Knight Gaming. We're here with the second episode of our Skyrim Let's Play, following the tales of Itkovian as he, well, wanders through Skyrim's wilderness, and we really need to increase our heavy armor skill. I mean, this movement range, well, pace is just pathetic, so for right now, while we're just kind of going about our business, let's actually just, pull a... Oh, wow, okay, never mind, we can't do that because it's too heavy. So wearing our heavy armor is the only reason we're able to carry our heavy armor. So that's a bit unfortunate there. And as we do make it in, looks like we might actually be following Hadvar into town. I think we went with him, not Rayloff. Yeah. Well, I don't quite remember, but
Uncle
let's
Hadvar,
see.
hello.
Yeah, it looks like. Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I think he is the better choice. Just because that gives you access to lots of food that you can scavenge.
Uncle, please,
Ooh.
keep your voice down. I'm fine, but
do I
we should
keep
go
my voice
inside
down
to
too?
talk.
What's
Probably
going on?
Let's-
And who's this?
Oh man,
He's a
what a
friend.
blacksmith.
Saved my life, in fact. Come on, I'll explain everything, but
Oh,
we need to
just
go
one second,
inside.
I forgot. Let's go ahead and turn down the master audio here just a bit. It was a little bit hard to hear me over the ambient noise, I think, in the last
Come
episode.
inside then.
Um,
Sigrid will get you something to
let's
eat,
see.
and you can tell me all about it.
Yeah, that should be decently better. So I think after we get access, that's not stealing, but not entirely sure. Not like we have smithing skill anyway right now. If we do take a quick look, just as a reminder, we did reach level 2, and we're putting things now into heavy armor, into block, and into one-handed, just trying to stay alive, which is quite a bit more challenging in Requiem than in the base game. It's actually it's like a nice steel axe hanging off of Alvor's hip right there. Let's see if we can go ahead and get their assistance. Bit of talking, but, you know, storyline, plot and all that. Ooh, coin purse. Probably not worth stealing, at least not yet. Let's see what we can do.
We have company.
That's still, yep, that's also stealing. Alright, let's go ahead and get this
Every day
started.
we get visitors in River.
Supplies.
Of course. But what's all this about?
Alright.
What are you two doing here?
1, 2, 3. I may as well take it. May as well take it. May as well take it. Not sure if you guys can pick up on my default option here, so.
Explains what I saw earlier.
Yep, there's a dragon.
The Jarl. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to see
Alright,
whatever
don't you know
soldier.
that?
I see no. The grind.
okay.
If you've got the raw materials,
Fair enough.
you can use the forge to
Something
make
is
something
thumping.
new.
That's kind of obnoxious.
Hungry.
How much carry weight do we have?
And I'll get you
Still
something
enough.
to eat.
Alright, let's harvest some rabbit here.
Now then,
Cook
boy.
ourselves some food
Helgen was destroyed.
so that we can have a little
How
bit
did
of.
you get away?
What?
I don't know where to start.
Nope.
You know I was
me
assigned to
garlic
General
bread.
Tully as a squad.
Garlic
We will
braid,
stop them,
rather.
Helgen.
Tried
When
elves
we were
here.
attacked
That's good. Is
by
that
a dragon.
Frost Miriam? Yep.
When your friend
Frost
told me,
Miriam.
I didn't believe it at
Idar
first
cheese?
either.
Looks like blue
Maris
cheese. Oh,
Mercy.
come on.
A
Yeah.
dragon?
No,
In
we took
Helgen?
the.
Why, you could
Oh
be here
man,
at any
sometimes I love
moment.
this game and sometimes I hate this game.
Sure,
So we
River
just
will be
accidentally
all
took
right here.
a
When
plate,
Jarl-
which I don't want. I'm not sure you guys know, but wooden plates, not exactly the most valuable things ever. So if we go in and take a look at this cooking pot, see what we can do.
Go on,
Baked
Hadvar.
potatoes,
Let's hear the
grilled
rest.
leeks. We don't actually have
Not
enough.
much more to tell.
Raw
This
beef,
dragon flew over and just
cabbage.
wrecked the whole place.
Just when we had
Mass
cabbage.
confusion. I don't
Maybe
know
not.
if
And
anyone
hey,
else
bottled
got
water
it.
might actually have a use.
I doubt I'd get it
yeah,
out myself if
fair
not for
enough.
my friend here. I need to get
Okay,
back
well
to
let's just
Solid.
cook some rabbit haunch.
No, it's had-
Let's do
it could help
grilled
us out.
leeks, baked potatoes. Why not? Grilled leeks. We will need more salt, I
Any
think.
friend of Hadvar's is a friend of mine.
But we'll be eating a lot of food, so
However,
snowberries. Oh, there it is. That's
Take
oh,
what you
hey,
need, my friend.
I already am.
Within reach.
We are already stealing the food literally off of your table, which is quite nice. Is that a what kind of egg is that? Chicken's
Well,
egg.
I'd
Don't
better get
pester
back
your
to work.
cousin.
Yeah, I could use a
You
chicken's
two
egg.
make
Come on.
yourselves at home.
There we go. Let's see now if we have enough for any sort of stew, although using the leeks, yeah, bottled water, otherwise we'd have it. It's actually quite nice.
You
Yeah,
lost?
1 point of stamina per second, 600 seconds. don't know about you, but that sounds to me like it's 600 stamina. Not quite as good as any potion, but it's a longer time effect. Riverwood Trader. So our goal here, I don't think we can do it quite yet to get that golden cloth, but we may as well go ahead and take the quest. That way we don't have to come back here.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours.
Let's go ahead and do some buying and selling. I'd like to get some better potions if they have it. Quite expensive. We don't really need that at the moment, but these two would be nice. Let's go ahead and grab those 2 health potions. I'm not really sure that's worth the 79. Let's go into... How do we go into selling? Come on. Oh, come on.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
LB, RB. Oh, come on. There we are. Okay, so now we're into selling. Let's go ahead and get rid of that short sword. We don't really need the iron arrows or steel bolt. I'm hesitant to even bring along this bow because we're really not using it. So let's go ahead and sell. We'll pick up more arrows. Gold necklace, yeah. We don't need that either. And our speech will go up pretty rapidly at the start. It's only later on that it gets to be a little bit less rapid. Let's keep that skooma. It's not really worth selling for 15. And, well, is there anything here that's not really worth carrying with us? I want good stamina regeneration between encounters, so I do want to keep all those things, at least for now. They will be the first things that we drop if we get overweight. And I do want to pursue alchemy with this character, so we want to keep that too, although I think we actually need a perk in alchemy before we can even do anything with it, so we need to make sure that we have that as a priority here when we level up. I don't remember where it is that... So I don't think... So when you eat something, I don't think you get all 4. Yep, no, you only get the first one, which, you know, it's better than nothing, but we'll eventually have to play around with some potion designs later on. And hopefully that works out pretty well. But for right now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves kicked off of a mountain, which, you know, should be quite a bit of fun. Let's see. Now, do we have enough that we can take off some of this armor? Well, that... Yeah, okay, so we're much quicker now. Just running around here with, you know, just entirely ample amounts of clothing. But able to run quite a bit faster, which makes the travel between quite a bit less arduous. So, I think there usually is a wolf up here. Yeah, there he is. Yep. Nice, friendly beginning game wolf. And animals in Requiem are actually a bit more of a challenge than you think at first. For one, they hit quite a bit harder. And for two, you actually have to watch out for diseases and things like that. So we want to avoid getting hit as many times as possible because I only have a limited number of cure disease potions, and they are actually quite valuable. So things like skeevers that you would normally just kind of ignore and basically run through, you actually have to kind of watch out for. And we're not quite in combat. Let's just let that little bit extra green bar come back. And now let's move forward and engage this poor lonely pup right here. So interrupt the strike and land 2 of our own. Let's see. Raw meat. Oh, maybe we can sell it. Wolf heart, that's alchemy, and the pelt we can sell or drop if we have too much weight. So, yeah. I think the next encounter, if memory serves, is quite a bit up this hill. So let's just go ahead and run over there. It should be, what, 3 bandits maybe? 2 or 3, maybe things have changed a little bit in Requiem from the base game, but you know, everyone has made this run so many times. I'm sure this is nothing entirely new to anyone watching either. The only thing that could be new at the moment is if you don't normally play Requiem and you're confused as to why that green bar is going down so rapidly when I'm not even sprinting. So we actually, this is why I wanted some food. Let's go ahead and slam down some baked potatoes. And that'll make it take a little bit less time between when we're ready to play and when we have to just stand around waiting. So hopefully that won't take too long. Let's see. Still a little bit less than I'd like. I think it is time to put back on that orcish armor. I'm not sure if it's still the case. I haven't really played Requiem since 1.94, but in 3.4 I don't know yet if you can change armor after starting an encounter, so there's that lovely fellow up there. If we hadn't sold the bow, now would be a good time to let fly an arrow and try and draw him away, because we can see his friend as well. So we're going to go ahead and save so that we don't have to climb this hill again if we die horribly, but, well, I kind of am expecting us to die horribly at least once or twice, so let's see what we can manage. We need to find a way to fight this bandit and not expose ourselves to that archer. Man, it's times like these I really wish I had the first shout, but there's no way we're going to fight a dragon anytime soon, so...
Now ain't this a surprise?
Just duck out of range. Come up, missed the smack, and oh, that is a cowardly bandit. Oh, come here, come on. Oh, we run so slowly. But luckily they're, oh, okay. They're kind of blocking their buddy back there, and now we will go ahead and pop a stamina potion. This is why I'd wanted a couple more, but I really didn't see anything except for that surpassing, which was too rich for my blood, so let's see if we can block. Oh, take that one to the head. And ouch. Ouch, ouch. Okay, let's get some health back. Okay, come on. Oh, come on. No, no. Ah, drat. Okay. So we had it. We had it, and we lost it because we weren't able to take out that archer. We ran out of stamina, and that first warrior came back. So we really need to make sure that we don't let anyone run away and come back like that next time, because if she'd kept running, I think we could have closed that distance without too much trouble. It might actually be a better idea to stay a bit farther back until those two melee bandits are dealt with. Let's see if we can lure you out again.
You picked a
Come
bad
on.
time to get lost.
Nope, and she actually lands that. We catch it on the shield, so that's fine. And a bit too slow to block that hit, and she's running. So this is getting a bit old. Let's go ahead and pop these two potions. And there's the second melee bandit. So we'll keep a good space between us and that archer, and this guy went down real quick. So let's see what we can do. Maybe that melee bandit will come back out. And we need some better green bar anyway, so let's go ahead and see. Ouch. Well, I was going to say, let's see if we can have that archer waste his ammunition. And then he lands a hit, of course. Oh, and a second one. Although it really didn't seem to do all that much. And does even raising our shield? Okay, so raising our shield blocks stamina. Well, not blocks stamina, but loses stamina too. We really need a couple more skill points along that melee tree because this is just too slow. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think we waited this long last time for that other bandit to come back. So let's see what we can do. I want a bit more green bar, and it's going up so incredibly slowly. Man, I think there's an alchemy perk that gets better stamina, or is it heavy armor, something like that. I don't know, but whatever it is, we need it because this is just not feasible. Let's go ahead and break that bow. We don't actually break it, but we killed the bandit. Oh, and just in time for the other one to come back. And we get it. So that was close. That was quite a bit closer than I would have liked. That animation actually saved us, I think. So let's go ahead and... Oh, healing poultice. That's very nice. Goat leg. Alright, we don't have a strong stomach. Only the bestial races do have a strong stomach in Requiem. It's actually quite handy. Makes playing an orc quite a bit of fun. And it looks like bandits might be our best source of bottled water. So wait, hold on. Let's take a look at that. Is that good? 233. So our orcish is slightly better, if somewhat heavier. And now I think we'll pop a healing poultice and wait a little bit. So those healing poultices, they heal you so slowly it's almost imperceptible, provided that you are not, just waiting it out. So a little bit better, more efficient than using a healing potion for healing up your entire bar, and it gets around the limitation of, well, you don't have any passive health regen, right? So the idea was, I think those health poultices are cheap and plentiful enough. I've never really found myself without them after the very early game. And unfortunately we can't pick that lock quite yet, so let's go ahead and come back down this way, and our goal is to just take out a couple of these bandits in the beginning of Bleak Falls Barrow, without poking our head into where those Draugr are, so we won't actually get the Golden Claw this time around, but you know, even arrows can be sold, and every little bit of experience we can get is helpful, right? Like, we just actually leveled up, and I should remember to do that before we go into that next fight. So we'll go ahead and pop one more into health. It only goes up by 5, not 10, which is just incredibly slow here, but we have one perk to increase. We could go in for smithing. I think that would actually be useful for leveling, and this is one of the things I kind of wanted to touch on as well. In regular Skyrim, part of the problem with leveling things like smithing is that, well, you level smithing enough to go up a couple actual main levels, and everyone around you gets more challenging to defeat, but you haven't actually been able to get to dish out that much more damage, well, unless you craft so much that you have just much better armor and weapons than before, but that's kind of unlikely before around smithing 50, 55, the kind of things where you're getting significant amounts of experience. But in Requiem, because everything is static, you can take the time to flesh out your character in alchemy, in smithing, in enchantment, things like that, and you don't really suffer for it as much because, well, everything is already as tough as it ever will be. So when you just waste levels in the base game, they're not really wasted. They're markers of non-combat experience that don't impact how hard everyone else hits, which I think is actually kind of nice. I mean, I get that you have to take the measure of that experience somehow, and so how vanilla Skyrim handles it is, for one, not uncommon, and for two, I mean, it's not game-breaking by any stretch, anything like that, but it's just not my favorite way. So, Bandit looks like a two-handed steel greatsword, and, oh, swing and a miss for both of us. Kind of embarrassing exchange there, and we burn through so much green bar with blocking. We really need to get more levels into that, which unfortunately means we have to use it, and therefore we have to have low stamina for quite a while, and I don't like how we're being cornered by these archers, so we're going to go ahead and maybe even run up these steps. That was a mistake. Oh, that was a big mistake. Yeah, okay. Alright, ouch. Get it? You don't like me, I don't like you, we don't like each other. Taking that one on the shield, quite nice, and we are about to die. There's a second archer over there, I think. That is why we're about to die. But let's see if we can... Oh, crossbowman. So better armor penetration on those crossbows, I think. And we have basically no stamina, which is quite an issue. And I'm not actually confident we can survive if we get hit by another one of those bolts. So we're going to be zigzagging, not zigzagging well enough. And I think we have to pop yet more potions just to survive this. So let's navigate around, put that pillar between him and us until we can close that distance just a bit more. And we just... Oh man. I had forgotten how painful it is to be a heavy armor warrior in the beginning of Skyrim Requiem. And I do want to eventually get a crossbow. Unfortunately, we've broken both of the crossbows we've come across so far. No pun intended there. And, well, I think we should be able to wait. So, health poultices used to at least last a couple encounters, and it looks like they still do. So, just waiting with that health poultice, we are able to heal, maybe not all the way? Yeah, we heal all the way up. So it's just a good thing to get passive healing between encounters. So let's go to Bleak Falls Barrow, and my only intention here is to just get through some of the bandits in the beginning of this barrow, and then just abruptly turn around and stop. I don't want anything to do with that gigantic spider. Not a thing. It's just not worth it. And maybe we can even steal, yeah, a lockpick. It's worth something. We don't really have that much more carry weight left, but even skeever meat and skeever tails, I think skeever tails have damage health, so they make a decent first poison with things like death bells or nightshade, which you can pick up pretty cheap. So we will be doing that when we get down to Whiterun. And did I already spend the skill point? Yeah, I did. We put it in smithing. So we have a little bit of crafting that we'll be doing here after we get to Whiterun. And for right now, let's just take these guys out. So he unfortunately has a nice block on that first one, not enough on the rest. And I guess you guys can see, even a couple levels has made us quite a bit more efficient at combat than we were when we started out. But oh man, that run is so slow. Oh come on, oh come on. I can't even catch her. That's pathetic. She's running backwards faster than we're able to move toward her, and only landing that hit because she came close. So, well, that's yet another crossbow we weren't able to save, but hey, we have bottled water, we have lockpicks, gold is gold, which is nice, and these are actually worth something. So let's take those bracers, take the leather strips for our, well, smithing extravaganza here, and we still can't even open novice chests. I mean, the difference in the early game between base and Requiem, not to sound like a broken record here, is just absolutely phenomenal, and I mean that. I mean it's phenomenal. I actually think it really improves the game quite a bit. Iron gauntlets, iron boots, everything here is well made, which is nice, but still, it looks like all worse than what we're currently wearing. An angry note. Let's see what this angry note is about. Oh man, I forgot about the hidden silver sword. Okay. Silver swords, by the way, function differently, and we definitely want one. So we will be following the companion's quest line a little bit here too, because silver and we ran out of our health poultice. We have another one, another couple actually, so that's no problem there. But silver weaponry does quite a bit extra damage to the undead, and I think if memory serves, Draugr and or skeletons have some resistance to certain types of damage as well. So silver weaponry is it's a way to level the playing field, which I guess isn't something new to the more fantasy RPG players out there who are used to, well, holy weapons or enchanted this or enchanted that or the other. That's kind of what silver is. Well, how it's been implemented, at least for the moment. So let's just keep grabbing these skeever tails. We'll make quite a bit of damage health potions out of them and get some good levels as well as some better combat survivability. So there is a reason to do this sort of thing. And well, let's see what we can find. Yeah, we just, man, every time that I'm running through these in the early game, it's just such a slog because of that. Oh, no. No, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. This bandit, I think, has quite a bit of health. He's meant to be killed by pulling that lever, and we just interrupted him. I don't want to die. I very much don't want to die. And that bandit could very well kill us here. So, crossbow. Come on. I don't even really want to block because it uses so much stamina, and that's another crossbow we unfortunately miss. And maybe they changed it so that bandit is actually not all that tough. Ooh, silver bolts. Yeah, let's keep those. We might have to resort to those if nothing else when we do face those Draugr, but we've met the faces in the rock here, and let's just go ahead and heal up and I think make our way down to Whiterun. So we won't be fighting anyone on the way out, so let's take off this orcish armor. Nope, okay. Let's leave on this orcish armor. We're carrying too much, so maybe that? No, I'm still overweight. What can we drop here? What do we not care about? The Nord Warhorn is nice, but we don't really want it. And I think that should get us pretty close. So if we take off this armor, yep, just able now to move quite a bit faster. This is actually part of why I wanted to do a bit of a light armor run here for a while now, but you just die so quickly. I mean, even the things that kill us pretty quickly just go right through it, right? Because if we have armor in the 500s or 600s, and you're carrying light armor down around 300, it's just not even close. I mean, crossbow bolts deal about the same because they have decent armor penetration, but one-handed swordsman, that sort of thing. I mean, how quickly we've been chewing through those lightly armored bandits is how quickly we would get chewed through. And I know we have a one-handed build instead of a two-handed build at the moment, but two-handed swords just cut through light armor like it's nothing. So each one of those instances of combat where we had at least a little bit of padding, we could kind of take a hit or two before we die, well, that becomes one hit or even two hits. I mean, I've been hit with the death animation from basically full health before. At least I'm pretty sure, anyway, that's what it felt like. I mean, you take one hit, you drop down super quickly, and then you automatically fall into a death animation if you're fighting, say, two people. And I think, for the moment, so I have enabled fast travel. I know it's not Requiem by default here, but I like it. And the reason I mentioned that is I'm debating fast traveling to, not River Run either. That's Game of Thrones, or Game of Thrones, or whatever it is. Can we go down that mountain here safely? I'm not really sure, so we might be able to. So let's go over this way and just see if we can run our way over to White Run here without dying to the cliff. So, well, we're kind of moving a little quick, and I think we do gain some experience just for walking and moving around in heavy armor. The reason I mentioned that is I'm pretty sure I've leveled up evasion before just by walking around with it in Requiem, and so, you know, we're still getting experience. Unfortunately, we can't yet fast travel to White Run, but, you know, we'll run into that first companion's encounter, and I don't want to get anywhere near that giant, so Ayala will probably call me a coward and all that, but I'll be a coward who's alive, and that works just well for me. So, because now we've run out of all of our stamina, let's go ahead and chew on Rabbit Haunch or two, and that'll let us run a little bit faster again. That is something that's red. So, yeah, Snow Wolf or just a regular? Yeah, nice wolf. Come on. Curse this short reach, one-handed weaponry, but we are able to take that thing out. That's a good thing we popped those stamina potions, but now let's... Oh, that's the shield. I want the shield on, the armor off, and now we can move a bit faster again down this mountainside. Oh. Okay, fine, we'll eat more food. I know everyone who's watching this is probably staring at it going, run faster, just move a little bit faster, please. And I'm not sure we actually have the carry weight to do this, so we'll just take the heart. That's all we can really carry for right now. We will have to sell a few things once we get into White Run. That'll be fine. Maybe we can even do some basic smithing. Sell that, get rid of some of those iron bars we have in our inventory at the moment. And oh, was that there? That sounded. There's something unhappy around here, and I don't like it. I don't like that one bit. Who are you? What are you doing here? Balbus.
It's probably not a good idea to walk around naked like that. I'm collecting
Noted.
ingredients to bring to the gourmet. He'll think my taste so refined when I offer them to him. You have heard of the gourmet?
No, I've never heard of him.
You've not heard of the gourmet? Author of Uncommon Taste?
Oh.
He's a wizard with a spatula. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Isn't Uncommon Taste the book that describes what things like vampires and werewolves and all those sorts of beasties eat? Because if so, I don't want to be anywhere near that guy who's collecting ingredients. That's creepy. That's good. I like it. A little terrifying, but everything can't be always sunshine and rainbows all the time. And we do actually have another mod loaded up into Requiem called Immersive Patrols, which is why we'll see things like this a little more often. So, Javier, Lorraine, Haddon. I'm sure if we talk to us, if we talk to them, they'll say something meaningless, and then we'll keep going on our way. So let's just shortcut right through that and go on our way preemptively. It looks like we're nearing the gate, and actually, I've never really neared the gate from the side before. I'm not really sure where to find that giant. I don't see him. I don't hear him. Let's see. Where is he? Is he over there? Over here? Let's see if we can get a vantage point. Oh, there he is. Okay. So, I don't think he even drops anything like a giant's toe or anything like that, but Well, let's just watch the fight anyway. It's a majestic little scene here at the Pelagia farm. And we're in combat technically, but oh yeah, see that stomp right there? Probably would have killed us. And it might actually kill some of them. Maybe. No, 2 of them are essential. 1 of them non-essential. And I did actually also turn on that all essential actors have to be visible, well, not visible, but invincible, because otherwise I've had Ayala and Farkas, they're not Vilkas, die fighting this giant before, and that just neuters the entire quest line right off the get-go, which, you know, that's just unfortunate, because so early a level we can't really contribute here. In fact, let's see what happens if we do, right? So we'll come in, we'll save, we'll pop on this Orcish armor, take our nice little hatchet here, axe rather, and yeah, basically no damage. I guess it's something, but if this guy hits us even once, oh, yeah. Are we dead? No, we're just knocked over. Kind of surprised. Oh, and okay, going for a ride again. Just try to stay behind him. Oh, well, it might be easy to stay behind him because so far we haven't been able to keep our feet. So let's see. Oh, come on. Yeah, this is actually not as bad as like. Oh man. Oh man. Not as bad as I thought, but still not great. Nope. I could have sworn we were far enough away. If we jump while he stomps, but goodness gracious. Come on, get back up. Come on. Come on. And
You handle yourself well.
hey,
You could make for
nice.
a decent shield, brother.
Ayala is actually proud. That's a good sign. It doesn't happen very often.
Never heard of the an order.
No,
and we
come
show
on.
up to solve
Get all the way
problems.
through.
Not for me to say. You'll have to
Yorland
talk to
Greymane.
Codlack Whitemane up at your Vaskar.
Right. Yorland's
Old man's got
the
a good
smith.
sense for
Greymane,
people. He can
Whitemane,
look in your eyes and tell your worth.
same thing.
If you go to him, good luck.
Well, we might just want to go to him, but I think right now, since we've gotten through a little bit of Bleak Falls Barrow and we've arrived now at Whiterun, I think we will call this good for the moment. Thank you guys all for tuning in, sticking around, and we'll be back with another episode real soon.